Hello, everyone. My name is Keisha from Kmo Artsy Journals, and for more art and journal inspiration, you can find me on Instagram at that handle. For me, it's very important to take time every day for myself. As a busy mom, free time can be very limited. So even if it's only for about 5 or 10 minutes, I use that time to reflect. One of the ways I reflect is by journaling in my Archer and Olive notebooks. I use two forms of journaling, one in the traditional sense, and the other is art journaling. Today, we will cover these two journaling techniques that can be used as a form of self care. So, here's what you'll need: an Archer and Olive notebook and a pen or your preferred writing tool. Now, let's begin by defining what self care is. Self care is the act of attending to one's physical and mental health, usually without the use of medical and professional consultation. Self care can look like many things, and writing and journaling are two forms of self care that work wonders for my mental health. However, to see progress in my writing, I had to learn how to be more consistent. Listed below are a few things I had to consider when starting a writing routine. After some trial and error, I finally settled on a writing schedule that worked for me. And what I've found is writing 3 to 4 times a week seems to work best. I've also found that the best time for me to journal is right before bed after I've completed my daily task. As for my writing style, getting everything out on paper seems to be the most cathartic for me, so I've chosen an informal writing style. My art journal is my preferred way of journaling, so I use this method daily. The structure of my art journal is really straightforward. There are 3 sections. First, there is the monthly cover page. The purpose of the monthly cover page is for making the distinction between each month, and you can choose this page for additional practice for your artwork. Next is something that I like to call a doodle dump. A doodle dump is similar to a brain dump in the general setup. This is a page made exclusively for doodling, sketching, and painting. Every artistic technique or materials you want to use can be explored in this section. And for the last section, we have a to-do list. This list is a way to document your weekly art projects or schedule times to create art. I will be using two different mediums for my art journal. First, I'll be using my acrylic graph markers by Archer and Olive, and I will also be using watercolor. For the purposes of this video, I have gone ahead and pre-sketched out all of my doodles. However, in a typical art journal, you may opt to draw one doodle a day, week, or whatever works best with your schedule. As far as figuring out what to draw in your art journal, the options are endless. This is your time to explore and draw whatever comes to mind. I love all things nature, so animals always end up somewhere in my doodles. Listed below are a few ideas to help you get started with your own art journal. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about how I stay consistent with my journaling routine. Journaling is a part of my everyday life. After I have completed all of my tasks for the day, I make myself a priority by checking in with myself with a journaling session each night. When I first began my journaling for self care, I was very inconsistent and I almost felt that it was a chore. However, over time, I realized that journaling is the one thing I can do for myself, and it did not require anything except for a pen and paper. Now I'm adding a little watercolor to a few of my sketches and using my acrylograph marker by Archer and Olive, adding a few extra touches, and we're done. Thank you for checking out my tips on how to use journaling as a form of self care. I hope that you found some inspiration, and be sure to check out the free printable available with the blog. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.